Sure, your phones are on silent mode. We're not quite ready to start yet, but we're going to try and move along pretty fast. If I move too fast and you have something to say, please don't hesitate to interrupt us. And still got another minute or two until we begin. Okay, we'll call this Board of Works meeting to order. It is 9 o'clock, Wednesday, May 6th. As the meeting has started, we will accept no more quotes or bids, if any are due. That said, Nancy, could we start with a roll call, please?
All right. Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining us this morning. Andy Jones.
Present.
Rose Rivera. Oh, your microphone is way far away. I am not picking you up at all.
Present.
Okay. Thank you. Might want to bring it down. Mike Macklin.
Present.
Andrew Kreider.
Present.
Thank you, board. Oh, there is one vacancy on this board. Thank you.
Could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Let's see. Apparently, we need to amend the agenda for human resources, employee handbook amendment for human resources, Gibson Risk Management Services, and for Public Works, declaring emergency door and masonry repair at iDive Park.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor of the amendment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. All those in favor of the amended agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign. Motion carries. Nancy will put the Public Works thing at the end of 6A, and we'll put the others at the end of new business. Quotes.
Okay.
Would you get that door for me, please?
Should I go ahead and open it? Or you want to open it? There you go.
Lawn care proposal
It's the lift.
by Eric Frankenberger. Total of $2,000 is what this says. He's got all of the parcel numbers itemized and cost for each parcel. Let's sign these to staff and to review back or to report back.
The end of the meeting.
End of the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Move. Oh, sure.
Hello, my name is Eric Frankenberger, owner, CEO of Frankenberger Lawn Care. We're excited about the opportunity to possibly maintain those properties again this year. One thing we've noticed on properties that transition into different maintenance cycles is that the turf can be overgrown if not addressed in time. And this particular route has been brought to my awareness that it is super overgrown in a lot of the properties. So I'm requesting that we have an additional opportunity to mow if awarded the contract, maybe twice the first cycle. It's usually every 2 weeks. However, I would request that we mow it twice in 1 week or back-to-back weeks for the initial cycle to begin so that we can get it properly maintained to
That'd be-
appease the aesthetics.
Appreciate that. That'd be totally up to Adam and the management. Appreciate
All right,
the
thank you.
observation. Okay. Minutes.
I move that we approve the regular meeting minutes for April 21 of 2026.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any changes? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Claim and allowance docket.
I move that we approve the claim and allowance docket in the amount of $3,273,508.62, consisting of 30 pages printed on April 28, 2026 at 8:25 a.m.
Second.
Motion a second. Good morning.
Good morning. Christy Wendorf, Controller. Our total claims over $25,467,021.58. The pre-approved claims, utilities and contractual obligations, $313,362.99. We had American Rescue Plan related expenditures, $13,862.89. And then our bi-weekly payroll, which represents our largest portion of the docket, $2,069,016.55.
Thank you. I mean, I suspect you don't know this answer and Jeff might. So they have already started putting asphalt down? Have they? I mean, there's a number of Reese Riley bills in here.
Jeff Schaefer, Director of Public Works. Yes, the street department has already started paving. We're actually into cycle 2 of paving.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we authorize the board president to execute the professional services agreement with Aben Marsh Consultants, Inc. for traffic signal evaluation at various intersections with fees not to exceed $79,400.
Second.
Excuse me, that item was tabled, so it needs to come off the table.
Oh,
The original one was tabled. That's the final. Yeah, so it's got to
Okay.
come off.
I withdraw that motion.
Could I have a motion
I
to
withdraw
take this
this.
item off the table?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, take it off the table. You want it off the table, Jeff?
Yes.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now,
Mr. Chair, I authorize the board president to execute the professional services agreement with Aben Marsh Consultants, Inc. for traffic signal evaluation at various intersections with fees not to exceed $79,400.
Second.
motion a second. Jeff?
Hi, this came before you at the last meeting, and the board president noted that there were some intersections on here that would be affected by construction, and I appreciate you noticing that. We went back to Aben Marsh. If you dig kind of deep into the contract, I apologize. It's kind of deep in there under, I believe it's under attached Exhibit A. The intersections that we've eliminated were Bristol and Bay Street, Franklin, Elkhart, and Waterfall. We also eliminated Baldwin and Johnson because we'll be looking at that intersection as part of the upcoming path project. And then a couple of the intersections, Jackson and Clark and Jackson and Junior Achievement, we won't have them look at those until after all the construction work on Jackson is done. So that will very likely be pushed till next year. And we assume this would be about a 2-year contract anyway. So we did make those changes, and I appreciate the board having our back and checking on that. And this is ready for your approval.
Thank you. Questions for Jeff?
Sorry, what's your job title again?
At the moment, Director of Public Works, but
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, all those in favor of approving this professional service agreement with Aben Marsh signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we authorize the board president to execute the professional services agreement with Westler Engineering for the CSO 15 Willowdale Area Sewer Separation Project with fees not to exceed $827,100.
Second.
Motion a second. Jeff, does this include evaluation and design?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Very briefly, this is one of the last elements of the long-term control plan that obviously Mr. Macklin started many years ago. So we're down to
So
our
long ago that I had hair.
we're down to our last couple steps. This
Sorry.
is This is a sewer separation project in the Willowdale area, which is near Willowdale Park, bound by Bristol Street, Edwardsburg Avenue, Michigan Street, that area, things east of there. That is a combined sewer area. This project will build significant amount of storm sewer there, discharging into Christiana Creek. Mr. Hutton is here from Wessler if you have any questions. We chose Wessler for this basically because they did such an excellent job on our CSO 13 project, sewer separation project, which gets under construction actually starting next week. And so they did a really good job on that and saved us significant funds. And so we'd like to continue to use them on the CSO 15 project.
Great. Questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Welcome aboard again.
Mr. Chair, I move that we authorize the board president to execute the professional services agreement with DLZ Indiana for phase 1 of the design and engineering for the CSO 15 Riverside Tank project with fees not to exceed $330,500.
Second.
Motion and second.
Another element of long-term control plan. This is a underground storage tank that would store stormwater and wastewater in a case of wet weather events. This tank would be located under Riverside Drive, and it's very similar to a tank that we constructed a number of years ago on Folsom Street. We did talk to a few different firms, had some discussions with them. Most of them asked, what do you want to see? And we said, we want something similar to Folsom Street. And they said, why don't you just have DLZ do it? Because they did Folsom Street. And so that's why we'd like to continue working with DLZ in this project. The Folsom Street project was very successful, and this is a very similar project.
And just from the old timers point of view, it was going to be under the park area as opposed to under the street. So that was the original. And
Yeah.
that was just a quick
And we haven't gotten that far yet. Right now, what we're looking at is if we do something similar to Folsom, it may physically end up basically from the center line of the street toward the river. I don't know if there's going to be room in the embankment. That's part of the study that we'll be doing.
And will they be doing new modeling?
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
And this is phase 1 of the design. Or this is the fees here for phase 1. There'll be a later phase as well.
Okie doke. Any questions?
I don't think so.
You sure?
No, this
He's
is
got
on.
it changed so this sounds smart. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we authorize the board president to execute the professional services agreement with Abinmarsh Consultants, Inc. for construction inspection services, 2026 season with an all-inclusive fee of $100 per hour.
Second.
Motion and a second. Jeff?
So this is a case of the city being a victim of its own success. We have a lot of privately funded development projects this year, as well as our publicly funded construction projects. You'll see as you look on your list, we have a multifamily residential development. We have 2 different single-family residential subdivisions coming through, as well as a very large expansion of industrial campus. Those are all privately funded projects. We also have the South Main Street reconstruction project, which is funded by the Redevelopment Commission. And we have some utilities that are being relocated as part of the Hively Avenue project. As we met as a team, we have 5 engineering inspectors right now. And especially with the Oakland projects and the size of those projects, we just felt compelled to bring in a little bit of help. So solicited proposals from a few different consultants. Abinmarsh came through with a proposal that makes the most sense. Now, they were the engineer of record for 2 of these projects, both Vernon's Reserve and Legacy, so they will not be working on those. Right now, they'll be working on the South Main Street project, the Hively project, and the Moride project. So we'd like to bring them on board. The rate is very reasonable. It's an all-inclusive rate of $100 an hour, and we have the funds available in engineering services for the water and wastewater utility.
So this list of projects are not the list of projects they're going to be working on. This is just what all's going on.
Yeah, just to give you a sense of how much work we have going on right now.
Okay. And you have the money in your budget to
We
cover
do.
these?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
You got a lot of projects going on and very close to each other at the same time. Is that right? I mean, with Moride, is that the Sterling area, Moride?
No, the Moride project is actually Alpha Beck Drive,
Okay.
and that will actually not impact traffic at all. That's solely on their campus.
But when you list South Main and you list the Hively, is that all going to be same times frame for everything?
So South Main is between the railroad and Prairie Street,
Okay.
and then the Hively stuff is actually all the way out at Hively. The South Main project will be most of this year.
Okay.
And that's a complete reconstruction that's being funded by the Redevelopment Commission through some economic development loans. And that's part of the Garrison Fraser development, the Freight Street project, those kind of all
Okay.
go in together, and the Benham West project.
So it's not actually stacked on top of each other. There'll be some. stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be just like last year. There's going to be a lot of cones, and we're aware of that, and the mayor's aware of that. And as he says, cones brings good things.
Yeah.
But we got to deal with the cones first.
And when will the most of the Hively overpass disruption take place then?
Sure. Actually, there won't be a lot of disruption at Hively this year. South Main Street will remain open pretty much the whole time on the west side of the tracks. There will be some disruptions on the east side of the tracks this year.
Okay.
What we're really doing this year with Hively is building 2 big mountains of dirt and relocating some utilities. So most of that work on the west side of the tracks happens in the grassy area where the demolitions were done. On the east side of the tracks, it does happen on existing Hively. So there'll be some localized detours there.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Jeff, are you keeping Hugo informed so he can keep this?
Oh,
these
yeah.
Road closures
Yep,
and the
yep. We
3-1
have
yeah, the
we have
311
weekly
app.
meetings with the mayor's office,
Yeah.
talking about all the different construction projects.
People should know they can check the 311 app to see where
Yep.
current,
Oh, sorry, Andy, go ahead.
could say where the current and future construction projects are going on. They're going to hinder, movement around the cities, close streets and such.
Yeah, and there is a page on the city's website that also has a map that our project managers update regularly.
Good, thanks.
So the one on the website is the one that's always up to date?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as Jason's doing his job.
Yeah.
All righty then. Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay.
Mr. Chair, I move that we ratify the selection of Peerless Midwest, Inc. for the on-call cleaning of wells in 2025.
Mm.
Second,
2025?
Yes.
second.
You need to amend that?
No. So this was an oversight on the part of the utility staff last year during 2025. So in January 2025, the maintenance director or maintenance manager solicited quotes for regular well cleanings. Unfortunately, he did it kind of internal, never went to contract, that sort of thing. And then we ended up needing to use that service to clean one of the wells and also do some pump restoration. And so the actual cost from Peerless Midwest was $35,900. The problem is like I said, back in 2025, this was not the proper steps were taken. So what we're asking you to do, or what we're doing today, is reporting to you the process we did in 2025 so that you can evaluate it and determine that we went through the right process. This is under $50,000, so they technically would not have had to be publicly open quotes. Plus it's a service, not a public works project. But we feel like we need to bring this back to you, make sure we did the process properly, have you bless it before we pay this invoice. The actual work was done in October of 2025. So we're trying to clean up an issue that we created for ourselves last year.
All righty. Makes sense. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve change orders number 1, number 2, number 3 for the bid number 25-20 courthouse demolition project, resulting in a contract price of $1,036,836 and a completion date of July 28th, 2026.
Second.
Motion and a second. What'd we do, Jeff?
Sure. So as we've been working through the courthouse demolition, mostly doing interior demolition, we found a couple things. The window sills in the annex part of the building actually contained asbestos. So those had to be abated. So there's some additional costs for that. The most interesting one to me is there were lead line sheets that were draped between the courtrooms. We think for sound abatement, but we're not sure. So obviously having a material with lead in it, that required some special handling as well. Both of those have created some delays, and so we're adding some days to the contract as well. We do expect to start seeing major demolition soon. We know we're about a month behind on that, but we do expect it soon. This will also then forward to the redevelopment commission because they're funding the project.
So if I'm reading this right, the total increase was $9,200.
Yes, that's
Oh,
correct.
okay.
Yep. Yeah. So a very small increase.
All righty. Questions for Jeff?
Mm-mm.
Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we declare an emergency and authorize the selection of Prime Door as contractor to repair the door and masonry at the High Dive Park wastewater tank pump house.
Second.
Motion and a second. I'm glad you got that in the right spot.
Yeah, this was the item we added. Saturday evening, we had a motor vehicle hit another motor vehicle and end up in the door, the north door of the High Dive tank pump house. So the door is in pretty bad shape. The masonry has what appears to be some superficial concerns, nothing structural. After talking to some contractors in the area, plus with our past experience with Prime Door recently, and speaking with Prime Door, determined that they would be best to hop out there right away and get the building secured for us. They're going to start work on that tomorrow, should you approve this. And then also they will subcontract to Overholt Masonry to do the masonry repairs that are required.
Okay. I thought there were ballards to keep cars from getting that close.
The bollard was a victim of the experience as well.
Wow.
On the north side of the building, we have smaller lockable bollards because we have to get in there with vehicles. South side of the building has the big bollards. So we're evaluating that as well. There's a gate at the alley at Garland Street. Going to talk to the mayor's office. We may consider closing. We're definitely going to close that gate during the repairs and then determine whether or not that parking lot should be used all the time.
Oh, so we haven't been keeping that gate closed.
That gate's been open because people park there to use the dog park. So we'll need to discuss that with the mayor's office.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we award quote number 26-12, City Retention Basin Maintenance to Frankenberger Lawn Care, who submitted the lowest responsive quote with a contract price in the amount of $1,500 per average cycle.
Second.
Motion and a second. Are you doubling up this?
Morning, Mark Lucas, Public Works, doubling up.
He wanted an extra round.
Yeah. So we included season startup. So
Okay. Adam, you want to take notes on season startup?
Yeah.
Good enough. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we declare an emergency for the 1220 West Lusher Avenue lateral repair.
Second.
Motion and a second. HRP
Jason Simnick.
section of Oakland and Lusher, wasn't it? Or close.
Yeah, that's it. Jason Simnick, project manager, Public Works. What happened on this one, as far as we can tell, is that there's a very large AEP pole that was replaced about in the last 3-4 years that clipped the side of this lateral, and It lasted for 3 or 4 more years after,
Oh.
and now it has collapsed. And it is one of their like 75-foot tall poles. So we
You didn't
had
make
two
them move the pole?
contractors. We had two contractors come out and look at it, and they both refused to do the work. And HRP took it on. So we're
Are we charging them?
AEP. Yes, we're going to pursue that. They are adamant that they didn't do it, but it's
Of course, of course. Okay. Great. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve change order number 1 for the Benham Avenue Lift Station and Force Main project for an increase of $272,611.51, bringing the current contract price to $12,446,531.89.
Second.
Motion and a second. Go ahead.
okay.
Jason.
So during construction, there was various items that were additional requests, and then there were other ones that we had to do due to changing site conditions. This is basically the entire project's worth of change orders all in one go, because it took this long for HRP to make the formal request for them, even though all along the time, along the lines, they were telling us about how much it was going to be, and I was verbally telling them to go ahead with the work. But this is going back 2 years worth of work here. And as to date, we've put about 11 million, we've paid about $11 million. We have not too much to go. And I am fully confident that we're going to actually come in under budget on this project, even though this is a very large change order today.
But this is kind of like a catch-all for everything that has.
Yes,
been.
this is
So
basically,
they're all done with the project.
they're all done pretty much with the, I mean, we just did our walkthrough out there and everything. So,
For the first time, I drove it yesterday. It's
Okay.
like, well, I didn't see anything going on. Was this a SRF loan?
no, this was ARP money and local funds.
Okay. Cool. Good work. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve change order number 1 for the Benham Avenue Lift Station and Force Main project for an increase of $272,600. We just did this? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, Mr. Chair, I move that we grant permission to quote the 2916 East Jackson Boulevard Pump Station project quote number 26-14.
Second.
Motion and a second. This looks interesting. I haven't read it, so.
Yes, this is a sewer insurance project that has spanned now for about 4 years, where the line is entirely flat. It's one of these where after we've done the work, or when we've gone out there and looked at, we're like, how has this worked for 60 years? And the only thing I can think of is that we used to not have high efficiency
Oh, yeah. Toilets.
appliances. And so with the more water that went through, the more solids would move through. Because basically what happens on this job is that the solids that are flushed build up in the pipe and clog it up and eventually causes backup into the house. We have, for the last 4 years, been going out and cleaning it every 3 to 6 months to keep it flowing, in the hopes that eventually we'd be able to do a sewer main extension. That's the only, I mean, we have we would be able to install a main from Whitmer to the east, but we just have not had a budget line for extensions for the utility.
So this is a real long lateral. then.
It's a real long lateral. In fact, it goes through a manhole in the neighboring property that's a private manhole for the neighboring property and them. So yeah, our solution is to now put in a pump station at the house that's having the issues so that it will be ejected to a point that it will flow down the line, the
Going to
lateral.
run the force main through the old sewer.
Yes,
Makes sense. And they're going to be responsible for the.
they will be responsible for the flow, for the pump station, the force main, all of that after.
Questions, answers? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We'll take a brief recess while I escape. Andy,
Yep.
you're in charge.
Yes, sir.
Jason, I can't take any more of it.
It'll be a stranger. I might come on back.
We'll go ahead and reconvene.
Okay. You ready?
We're ready.
Okay. Mr. Chair, I move that we ratify SRF disbursement number 86 in the amount of $21,400 to Klein Peter Consulting LLC from the allocated SRF loan number WW22162-005 for labor services on the Oakland Avenue Force Main Phase A project.
You have a second?
Second.
Motion.
This is for work done for the Davis Bacon wages on Oakland A.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we ratify partial payment request SRF number 23 of SRF loan WW241-82006 in the amount of $115,455 to DLZ from the allocated SRF loan for professional services on the Oakland Avenue Project B, Oakland CSO Tank.
Second.
I have a motion and a second.
This is for DLZ doing the inspection and the construction and engineering for the project.
Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we ratify 3 water assessments, 4 sewer assessments, 2 driveway permits, 1 release of bond, and 4 revocable permits.
Second.
Motion and a second. Do you have any questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I move that we accept and place on file the water utility monthly report of operations for March 2026.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Hello.
Good morning, Board. Matt Hogerby, Operations Public Works. I'm actually presenting the wastewater MRO for April. We were below posted permit limits for solids, BOD, phosphorus, and ammonia. Total monthly flow for for March was 432 million gallons. As everyone's aware, we had a extremely wet month of March. We did have a total of 138 wet weather events, as well as one basement backup that was a direct result of wet weather.
Thanks. Any questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion passes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the wastewater utility monthly report of operations for March of 2026.
May I
Second.
have a motion and a second? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. It's accepted.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve and enter into an interlocal agreement with the City of Goshen to provide aquatic biology education programs.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Hello.
Hello, I'm Tyler LaFlash, chemist with Public Works and Utilities. I assist with the aquatic biology program as well. So we are here today to have the approval to enter the interlocal agreement with the City of Goshen to provide educational programs for them. This is the third 30-year agreement we've had with Goshen. It'll span another 3 years. It states that we do about 10 educational events with them, where we get paid and compensated for this stuff, which is listed in this as about $750 per event with a maximum of $7,500. The biggest change with this agreement from past agreements is that once this 3-year agreement expires, it will then auto renew on an annual basis. Unless either party deems that we need to either renegotiate a cost per se, or if they need to back out of it for other reasons. And both legal parties, ours and theirs, has seen this agreement.
Okay. So Maggie, you're cool with all that auto renewing? Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's just an annual agreement?
I
It's
am so
This one is a
sorry.
3-year agreement.
3-year. Okay.
It's after this
Yes.
3-year in 2028, then it will become an annual renewment that'll automatically occur without needing board approval.
Okay.
Got it.
I
Okay.
did. This did come to me.
Thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
sorry.
Thank you.
This is Hannah Simnick. She'll be talking to you about the next topic.
Oh, okay. Great. All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion passes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we accept and place on file the 2025 Aquatic Community Monitoring Report.
Have a motion. May I have a second?
Second.
Good
Motion is-
morning, Board. I'm Hannah Simnick, a chemist at Public Works, and I also assist with the aquatic biology program. This program started in 1998, so the 2025 season ended out our 28th year with this program. Some highlights in our 2025 report is that we did 71 fish surveys, 22 macroinvertebrate or aquatic insect surveys. We helped the Pokagon Band of Potawatomi with a fish tissue study through an interlocal agreement with them. We collected 20,789 fish over the season, and we did 35 community outreach events with about 4,000 people reached.
What is it you're doing with the Potawatomis? What's the
It
purpose
was,
of that?
It was a last year project where we did fish tissue and we were monitoring PFAS, PCBs, and other sort of pollutants in the fish tissue.
How'd it look?
Pretty good.
Good. Anybody else have any questions?
No, that's good.
All right. Also in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion passes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the delisting of industrial wastewater discharge permit number 92-05 for Lippert Components, plant number 83, located at 3308 Charlotte Avenue.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Hi.
Hi, Kristen Lindley, Public Works. So Lippert Components are just consolidating their plants down. So they moved everything out of that plant into other plants like down in Goshen and Elkhart, and they just sold the property.
All right. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the attached updates to section 15 of the wastewater utility policy and the wastewater utility enforcement response plan.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Hello.
Hello, Board. Brian Kress, Public Works. Essentially, you guys had previously approved some other changes on these same topics. However, unexpectedly, there was a change to state law that required us to make some changes to our fog control program. Some of the highlights include the state law requires us to base compliance solely on actual fog discharge. We made some changes to how we determine appropriate fog control devices, and also some maintenance changes.
Do you have any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think the transfer for fixed assets is going to stay tabled. And then the Elkhart Chamber of Commerce grant. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve an economic development income tax grant in the amount of $50,000 to the Greater Elkhart Chamber of Commerce.
Have a motion?
Second.
And a second. Anybody here from the chamber want to talk about this? Seeing none, I guess it's easy money. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose? Motion passes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve an economic development partnership grant to USAC Racing in support of the 2026 Elkhart Grand Prix in the amount of $50,000.
May I have a second?
Second.
Motion second. Anybody here to talk about the Grand Prix? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the cooperative operating agreement with the Friends of the National New York Central Railroad Museum.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Hello.
Hey, Brent Holloway, Director of the National New York Central Railroad Museum. The past several years, we've had events sponsored by the Friends at the museum, and knew that we needed a more formalized agreement with this as administrations come and go and change. So that's the purpose. It's been run past legal and also through the mayor's office with approval.
Okay. Any questions? So when do you board that train that's going to take you off to the sunset then?
Friday is my last day as director, but I'm having a hard time cutting the cord, so I'm going to stay on as part-time. I've been laughed at the museum because they said most people go for promotions. I'm going for a demotion, but I have enjoyed my time there quite a bit and want to, in some capacity, stay connected.
Good. Good.
I think that'll be great for, especially for transition, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Thanks for your service.
Thank you.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thanks.
Mr. Chair, I move that we authorize the execution of the Global Payments Contract Amendment.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Hi, Chris.
Oh, and give Christy the authority to sign on the board's behalf?
Second.
That's what I was going to ask for. So
Okay. Anything to add?
just that, this is a pricing amendment, with the current credit card processor, Global Payments. It reduces our transaction fees, no other operational changes. But it's a good thing for us. It's reducing about 50%. So,
And we don't pay, do we pay interest?
no.
Good. What I thought. I just like to hear you say that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve an agreement for legal services with Ice Miller LLP.
Have a motion
Second.
and a second. No one here to explain anything with this? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve Ayala Mexican Restaurant located at 231 North Main Street's DORA application.
May I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Hello, Drew.
Good morning. As you're likely aware, the city recently approved in February our local DORA ordinance. Since then, we have received state approval about 2 weeks ago, to be exact. And so once we received the new DORA applications, like AL's Mexican Restaurant, right on Main Street, the Board of Works, it's written to the ordinance that the Board of Works will approve those, and then we will send those applications to the state's Alcohol and Tobacco Commission for final approval.
So that's a river district permit?
Oh, no, this is for DORA.
Oh, for DORA.
They actually they already have a liquor license.
Okay.
DORA designated outdoor refreshment area. The ordinance back in February, and then the subsequent state approval established that there's about 19 permitted locations in town where you can order a drink to go in a designated cup,
that's right.
designated plastic cup that has DORA logo and everything. And you can take that from one establishment within the DORA to another establishment within the DORA. The hours, I believe, are 11 a.m. to 10 a.m. on weekdays, and or actually maybe it's noon to 10 a.m. on weekdays, and then noon to 11 p.m. On weekends. And so that our next steps in getting officially established following state approval is just getting street signage up that shows when folks are leaving the DORA, and then we're also handing out signage to the restaurants that are approved, and so once all those things are in place, then the DORA will officially be open. But this is the process for approving new applications.
How many of those do you think we have so far? Approved?
So we submitted with our the state allowed us to submit about 18 applications that we got ahead of approval, along with the city's application. So those were approved when our local municipal application was approved, and then the next step, following all that is now this is the process is that for new applications, we go to Board of Works and then send them to the ATC.
So do you anticipate those being approved, final approval before the Jazz Fest then?
I think DORA will certainly be up and running in probably a couple of weeks. And I think we are confident. It'll be up and running well before Jazz Fest, and this individual application hopefully will also be approved before Jazz Fest.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Thanks.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve of the disposal of the following fixed assets to auction, including a 1999 boat trailer, 2016 Ferris C-turn mower, 2018 Volvo Street Department plow, 2001 Sterling dump truck, 2002 Ford van, 2013 Freightliner ambulance, 1988 Stow Power Tamper, 2018 Ferris C-turn mower, another 2018 Ferris C-turn mower, a 2017 Ferris C-turn mower, and a 1996 Sea Nymph John boat.
Second.
Morning, board. Matt Powell from Central Garage, Assistant Fleet Manager. These are all items that have passed their life, and so we're trying to get something out of them before we move on to some new ones.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Glad to see somebody has equipment that's actually older than the aviation department.
That's right. That's right.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank
Thank
you.
you, board.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the employee handbook.
Have a motion
Second.
and a second. Everybody's, oh, Wayne,
Morning. Wayne Bealock, Human Resource Director.
so this is the final version, do you think?
This is the final version. Just kind of quickly by way of background, in 2023, we did a major revision in the Code of Handbook. So we're now 3 years later and we are updating. I just kind of highlight some of the things, then entertain any questions the board may have. Some of it was just reorganizing and reformatting it into a more user-friendly appearance. The biggest addition, I would say, is a new code of conduct with an appendix that has a discipline matrix in. So it has suggested, it has levels of offenses, and then for specific types of code of conduct violations, it has recommendations of different ranges. So that'll help managers and HR in implementing the discipline or corrective action for any type of issues that come up. We also developed a code of ethics that is in the appendix, basically addresses conflict of interest as well as receipt of gifts and things of that nature. IT helped develop an AI policy, which is in the appendix, basically kind of setting a framework for how AI is to be used and IT's role in managing that. We also added, and this was in some of the new collective bargaining agreements, an additional day of bereavement leave for aunt, uncle, niece, nephew. That was also added. So this has been a months-long collaboration between myself, Chief of Staff Megan Irwin, Maggie Marnoka, and then John Espar also has reviewed the document as well. So I don't know if the board has any specific questions at this point or not. The mayor has also reviewed and approved it.
So once, is this the final step then for this, then it goes out to all departments?
Then it'll go to Board of Safety also has to review it. Then it's going to go to all departments and then we'll communicate this to the unions, as far as the discipline aspects of it.
Okay. And then when the final version is sent out, I noticed there's a column on the side for edits. I think, is that going to be gone? The text
Yeah, that'll be gone.
larger?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be gone. Yes.
It's just hard to read when it's
Right.
small.
Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll send an acknowledgement out. And then the plan is also to kind of do a tour of departments to kind of go over some of the highlights and the
Good.
changes. So set that up. So that'll be a major undertaking for this year, rest of this year, I guess. So.
Well, it's good to get out. Good to get out of the office, right? Field
Yes.
trip. We like having visitors at the airport. All right, any more questions or comments, Andrew? All right, then, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Motion passes. You're welcome.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the workers' comp and risk management services contract with Gibson Risk Management Services.
Have a motion
Second.
and a second. Hello.
Hello, Gloria Lopez. So, we're asking to approve the renewal of the contract with Gibson for the claims consulting with for the workers' comp. They do our claims review along with JWF, and they also oversee our risk management system.
So you've all had a chance to review. Any questions or comments? Seeing none. Call for the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same
Aye.
sign. Motion passes. Thank you. For the,
I don't know. I don't. I don't know. It wasn't in my pile.
What was the amount? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember seeing, was it for 1,500 or for 2 grand?
2,000.
2,000, yeah. I remember seeing it. It's in one of these piles here. Must have got mixed in when I moved over to one of these two. Anyway, do we have a motion yet in a second?
So moved.
Okay, no, because she needs to see.
We would have to know what the amount is.
$2,000 per mow.
For who are we?
Frankenberger,
Frankenberg?
lawn care.
Buried in here somewhere.
Okay.
Find it?
I move, no, I didn't find it. I move that we award quote number 26-09 for property maintenance to Frankenberger.
Lawn Care LLC. Lawn Care LLC.
Lawn Care LLC for submitting the lowest responsive and responsible quote in the amount of
$2,000 per mow.
$2,000 per mow.
I have
Nice.
a motion.
I will second that. Yep.
Motion in a second. Want to add any comments to that? I found one of them. All right, then, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Motion
you.
passes. Okay. Is there anybody in the public who has anything they want to add? Any public comment? Online or here? Seeing none, we'll close the public participation. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion a second. We're adjourned. Thank you.